Hey Snowboard Addiction, Tavis here. In today's video, I'm going to walk you through how to master the backside 50-50. The backside 50-50 shares the same principles as the frontside 50-50, but with one big challenge. You're approaching the feature on your heel edge. This is much less comfortable and has a more blind entry, so nailing your fundamentals is crucial before trying this trick. It's important to be comfortable popping off your heel edge. A good way to train this is by just riding around the mountain, and when riding, practice doing your heel side pop. Do your pop with a slight bit of heel pressure all the way to max pressure. Try to find side hits where you can take off from your heels, trying to use the same pop. Basically, you're just trying to get super comfy jumping off your heel side edge. If there's a way to get more comfortable without taking more risks, use it. Being a beast at heel side pops makes backside 50-50s so much easier. Once you're comfy on your heel edge, it's time to move on to the first step. Your key fundamentals are angle of approach, your pop, and maintaining a stacked body position. The first step is getting the right amount of heel pressure. You want just enough heel pressure that you leave a small line in the snow, but not so much that you begin to turn. To get the right amount of heel pressure, first get into your stacked position, then squat into a quarter squat, shifting your hips back, and keep your upper body stacked over top of your board. Your weight should shift to your heels without losing your stacked balanced position. Practice holding and riding in this position. You'll know you got it right when you're making clean edge pressure without turning very much. Now let's add this pressure with the right angle of approach. When learning backside 50-50s, first stop 2 feet to the side of a rail at a spot where you don't need to take any speed checks before dropping in. Drop in and immediately get on your heel edge position, aiming to leave with less than a board length of width between you and the feature itself. You can practice this by painting a line in the snow to represent a rail and takeoff. Practice until you're taking the takeoff with a smooth angle, leaving with a comfortable amount of distance between you and the line. The key to popping a backside 50-50 is to leave off your tail. This helps you get higher over the rail and maximizes the angle of approach. When doing this, make sure your legs stay slightly bent throughout the takeoff to the landing. This is crucial for maintaining balance. Instead of focusing on extending, focus on timing and angle of pop. A good way to boost your heel side pop confidence is by popping up and over the rail. Backside 50-50s require you to get up and over the rail, so knowing you have the power to jump up and over it really helps with the confidence. Try to get this to the point where you're landing with your board nearly straight, as if you were going to land on the rail. Backside 50-50s don't let you set your body weight over the rail as easily, so they usually require more angle and pop to get onto the rail. This makes catching the rail very important. Catching the rail is something all pro snowboarders do, and it refers to using your board to stop your sideways momentum. There are 2 mistakes that often happen on the backside 50-50. Not getting all the way on the rail, what causes you to slip off the side you approached on, or popping too far over rail, causing you to go and fall off the far side. Both of these issues usually are based on your angle of approach. Not enough angle of approach and you'll come off the close side. Too much angle of approach and you'll come off the far side. Coming off each side is part of a normal learning curve. The more you practice, the more you'll be able to position your weight directly on top of a rail and make it to the end with your backside 50-50. The speed you take into the rail and the amount of pop you use also factor into this. Make adjustments when needed while keeping your main focus on staying stacked on the rail. Backside 50-50s may feel tricky at first, but mastering them opens up the doors to tons of future tricks. Recap. Find a point where you can go straight from a couple feet to the side of the rail. Get on an angle that will sync you up with the center of the rail. Leave the takeoff off your tail. Let your nose hit the rail first, shifting your angle back to straight. Hold your stacked position while looking forward towards the end of the rail. Pop off the end and ride away. I'm Tavis from Snowboard Addiction, and our goal is to improve your riding.